Peace and blessings, people. This is the Ravenous Blackbird, and you have reached my YouTube channel, the Ravenous Blackbird YouTube channel. And if you are a first time viewer, second time viewer, third time viewer, and so forth and so on, and you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, right below this video, if you scroll down, please click the subscribe button. It says subscribe right up under the video here that you're watching, and right next to the subscribe button there is a bell button. Click that bell button for notification. When you click the bell button, what happens is every time I post a new video, as the YouTube author, you being the subscriber slash family member, will receive notification to your cell phone or to your iPad or your computer, however you've been viewing YouTube videos, including my video, and you will receive notification every time I post a new video so that you won't fall behind or miss any updated videos. Okay? All right, so we're going to be talking about something. I've also been doing some videos. If you've been keeping up on my channel, I do world event videos, politics, as you already know, most of you. And also, I'm also a prepper. Not only am I a patriot, a conservative Christian, a soldier in the army of the Lord, but I'm also what's called a prepper. And many of you that are subscribers to my channel are aware of that, and there are some people that are not aware of it. Most of them just know me as doing a lot of political things and world events. Did some things about Kobe Bryant. You could check all my videos in my playlist called Stats and Facts of World or In World Events, of World Events, I think is what it's called. And I also do videos in regards to prepping or preparing for, you could say, the apocalypse. Okay, and I haven't done a lot of those type of videos, or for the end times, preparing for the end times, preparing for times like right now. And we're going to be talking about Louisiana, and actually that's another warning to us, America, in regards to prepping or preparing. Because if you know anything about what's going on in Louisiana, if you've been keeping up with the news recently about Hurricane Ida, and you already know prior 20 years ago was Hurricane Katrina, and the damage the flooding did. It didn't do a lot of flooding from Hurricane Ida, thank God, right? But it did a lot of wind damage, a lot of rain damage, some flooding, but nothing like Hurricane Katrina. And it did tons of damage. And because of that, Louisiana right now, excuse me, New Orleans, I keep saying Louisiana, New Orleans, and it may be other surrounding cities near New Orleans as well, are without power. Okay, they're going to be without power for weeks. It could be possibly a month or a few months, but definitely weeks. Now, I want you to put yourself, patriots, soldiers, YouTube subscribers, family, in their shoes mentally. A lot of us have never been in that situation. We've not been in a situation where we've been without power for more than maybe a few hours and maybe a day or two. Okay, and so this is a serious thing, because remember, prior to this, you see what's going on with what happened in Texas, where the grid went out. Now here in New Orleans, the entire grid is out. Okay, now who would ever have thought that that would have happened? So I'm making this video again. I've made other videos, and some people understood it and got it and went to works, prepping and storing up on supplies and generators and food and water and so forth and so on. And some people have not made a move yet. And I know that by the Spirit. I don't even have to live with certain family members and certain people, YouTube subscribers that are subscribed to my channel, to know by the Spirit that they have not moved yet. Because what we try to do is we think, number one, it can't happen in our area. That this is just stuff that we see on television. Oh, this can't happen to me because I live here geographically, or I live there geographically, or because I'm a Christian, or because I'm a Muslim, or because I'm a good person, or because I work hard. Whatever your case may be, this can hit home now because of the climate change thing, Things are very erratic. We're living in end times, and it's called end time prophecy. A lot of things are happening biblically that if you know anything about the Bible, Jesus predicted and said that these things were going to happen, natural disasters and all kind of crazy things, and because the intensify of climate change. And from what I'm being told, they're blaming us, the consumers, as the reason why climate change is the way it is. And even if it is our fault, which I don't believe it is, but even if climate change is our fault, people, they knew about all of this years ago and never did anything about it. Like out here in California with the wildfires. I would rather deal with wildfires than dealing with floods. Okay? You can run from a fire. You can't run from floods of water like that. Okay? And so the severity of what is going on in New Orleans right now is another warning sign to us, the consumers, us who are Americans, people who are just not even in America, but outside of America. This is happening outside of America. We see what happened in other, in Haiti. Haiti right now is still don't have everything that they need. A lot of parts of Haiti still out of don't have power, supplies and food and things of that nature. And I know Haiti, and I pray for Haiti. I pray for Haiti daily, as I'm praying for New Orleans and in other parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, as well as Haiti is not. It's an anti-Christian country. If you know anything about Haiti, they practice a lot of witchcraft there. Now, I'm not saying that God has sent natural disasters to Haiti to teach them a lesson because they're not Christians or anything like that. But how much more safer would that country be, or the place of Haiti be? Not saying that they wouldn't suffer disasters. Not saying. I'm just saying how much more safer would they be? Okay, because I don't believe God is sending that stuff. Okay, I don't believe God is sending natural disasters and COVID-19 to kill people, because God loves people. God is love. That's who He is. Okay, now He is also a just judge and a God of judgment. But what we're seeing is not because of God's judgment, people. And I'm hearing prophets, and I'm hearing other watchmen and ministers and pastors. Oh, God has sent COVID-19 to teach the world a lesson, and he sent that earthquake to Haiti because it practices voodoo and witchcraft. And no, come on, people, stop it. God is love. Okay. Now our rebelliousness can also bring consequences upon us. When you're rebellious to God and rebellious to those in authority over you, like our president and our mayors and our governors and so forth and so on, you could bring consequences, because when you submit to those in authority, you submit unto God. Okay, so I'm going to save that for another video. So I'm trying to stay within the parameters here. Okay, I'm just trying to make a point that what's going on in Louisiana, what's going on in Haiti, what's going on in other countries, what's going on out here on the West Coast with the wildfires, this has been going on for years. I live here. I know what's going on. Okay? And so, again, I would rather deal with these wildfires than what's going on in Louisiana and New Orleans right now with the flooding. So, the point of the video, people, is, are you prepared? This is the whole point of the video. And how many more warnings do you need? I've talked to family members. I've sent family members text messages. I've talked to family members, over the phone or whatnot, in regards to, hey, where are you right now in regards to preparation? Some family members didn't want to hear it. They ignored the text message about stocking up on water, stocking up on food. Okay, another family member said, well, every time I get on the phone with you, why do I have to hear about things of the world? Well, the reason why you have to hear about things of the world from me, number one, I barely talk to you. Number two, any chance I get to tell somebody, when I do talk to them, as a patriot, as a soldier in the army of the Lord, a conservative Christian, and as a prepper, out of love, it is my duty out of love to share with you, because I don't want your blood on my hands. Okay, and another reason is because you're not doing your studying. A lot of us are not doing our research and studying, and we take it for granted that whatever's going on in Haiti, whatever's going on in New Orleans, whatever's going on in all these other countries and stuff with the wildfires and all the other climate change crazy things, the floods, can't happen where you are, and that's horrible thinking. And you're obviously you're not doing your research and studying. So that's why me and many other patriots and preppers on our YouTube, we make time on our YouTube channels after we do all of our studying, which we're doing most all of our studying and research on top of the studying and research you should be doing. So we're doing double, triple the work because a lot of us are not stocking up. We're not taking the climate change thing. We're not taking the grid outages situation serious. So right now in New Orleans, they said it's about 1 million people without power. Okay? And the power is to be out for weeks, almost maybe a month or 2 months. Now, I don't think it's going to be out a month or two. I could be wrong because President Biden, okay, jumped on it right away. Okay, now years ago, Hurricane Katrina, it, none of that happened just like that. Those people waited and waited and waited and waited for government assistance. Okay, this is why you and I, we need to be prepared with supplies. We need to stock up food, generators, weapons, okay, ammunition, tools. This people, you can't wait until it hits the fan to think you're going to be able to rush out in the middle of a pandemic crisis, like what happened last year with the beginning when COVID first got here, and you think you could panic buy, and if there's martial law or if there's a natural disaster, if there's a climate change problem, flooding, wildfire, that you think when it happens, you're going to have time to just run out to the store and buy stuff and just casually shop. And then we have protesting going on. We have the crime rate is going sky high. They're defunding our police department, and the size of our police departments are getting smaller and smaller. And so if the grid goes out wherever you are, if there's a national blackout, are you prepared? Are you prepared? And don't think that this can't hit home. What national blackout means, it happens all over America. We had something like that happen years ago. I can't remember what year it was, where the whole East Coast, I think it was just the East Coast, it wasn't the West, from the Midwest over to the East, it was a total blackout. They never said what happened. They never said what was wrong for about 3 or 4 days. And I wasn't prepared because I had never heard of blackouts. I never heard of prepping then. Okay? I never heard of grid outages. But now we're all too familiar, people, with what's going on with the grid outages, with the floods, the wildfires out here, and on the West Coast, the flooding that's going on over on the East Coast, okay, and in the South, and now it's hitting hard, and China's flooding really bad. So this is happening outside of America. So these are all, what I'm saying, these are all warning signs, people. How many more warning signs do we need to get? I put out video after video after video, almost begging people to start stocking up on food and water. You have to know it's so much more to prepping. And this is why you need to watch a lot of prepping videos, my videos, get you some prepping books. I just bought me 2 books. You know, I know a lot about prepping. I've been doing it for about almost 2 years, about 2 years almost, like, but I'm still not where I need to be, knowledge-wise or anything else. Okay? And so, you know, we look at what's going on in New Orleans, and then we look back 20 years ago, what went on with Hurricane Katrina. And then we look what was going on in China. We look what's going on with Haiti. We look what's going on all over the world. There's all this climate change stuff and all these floods and wildfires in places. People used to just make fun of California. Like, California burning up. California gonna burn up one day, and blah 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 blah, saying all these negative. I rebuke all that negative stuff. And now you can't make fun of California because now it's happening everywhere, and it could happen in your area. A flood could happen in your area. A wildfire could happen in your area because of what they're saying, climate change. And so the point that I'm making here, people, and I'm not going to get to where I have to beg and plead with people, because it's your life, it's your family. Because if you think every time something bad happens, whether it's a natural disaster, whether it's a climate change problem, and you think the government is going to be right there to just come to your rescue like that, what if the government doesn't come right away? What if the grid is out for weeks or months? And then you think standing in a long line of people, you're going to get everything that you need? No. What you need to do is start getting everything you need now. Start getting everything you need now before even the prices get even more higher. Everything is getting more expensive because of inflation. And so, why would you wait until something happens to go out when you can do it now and before prices get too out of hand and before people start panic buying and buying up the stuff like sanitizer and toilet paper, like what happened last year with COVID-19? We need to wake up, people, and stop playing these games. The church needs to stop playing church and be the church. Okay, the watchmen and the prophets and the patriots and the soldiers in the army of the Lord, we put these videos out. We do our research, a lot of it, and put these videos out to try to help people and to assist people. We can't put a gun in your head and tell you you need to go out there and start prepping and stocking up. Yeah, well, I don't feel right prepping and stocking up. I feel like I'm hoarding everything. How do you feel like you're hoarding everything? That doesn't make sense. If you're doing it in advance, would you rather do it now, or would you rather try to do it when the stuff hits the fan? Because when it hits the fan, if something happens, which soon, I believe there will be a grid outage. I put videos out about this. The military has been running practice drills about a grid outage. Okay? There's a lot that a lot of y'all don't understand, and I can't get into it into this video. I put out video after video in regards to early last year telling people to start stocking up on supplies. And we just sit back and think, just give me the V in my arm, jab me, so we can go back to pre-pandemic days. And again, I've said this over and over again, we're not going back to pre-pandemic days, people. And those of us that are Christians that have been reading the Bible and looking at the sign of the times and the end times and all the stuff that's happening, and then what's going on in the government with the Biden administration, with what just happened in Afghanistan, suddenly, what happened with Hurricane Ida with New Orleans, suddenly, and you think that you could sit there and wait until the last minute, and then we have people that think that they can just grab their gun and go out and start taking from other people. And what happens, you're going to come across the wrong person, somewhat like me, a soldier with a soldier mindset, a militant mindset, and you think you're going to come up against somebody like that and think that you're just going to come up and take their stuff because you didn't prepare, because you sat there and criticized me and criticized other preppers and other patriots and soldiers in the army of the Lord for doing what was right. Stop it. Stop it. And get prepared, people. This is another warning what has happened with the grid being out in New Orleans. And I'm asking you, out of love, to begin to start stocking up on supplies. If you don't know where to start from somewhere. If you have questions, leave comments in the section. Leave questions, in the comments section below the video. Okay, I can leave some links. I can, email me. My email and all of that stuff will be put down below in the comments section. Send me an email. Leave comments. Click like. Click dislike. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what you're thinking, because a lot of us think that we have all the time in the world, and all the warning signs are coming. All these warning signs, month after month, ever since COVID-19 hit. Then we got food shortages going on. We got a drought going on, a water drought right out here in California. Water drought, people. The water level is sinking lower and lower and lower. Okay? So I can't get into all of that in this video, but do your research. Watch YouTube videos. Watch some of my YouTube videos. And please leave comments again. Click like. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And I will be putting out more videos in regards to prepping. I've got a few already, like I said, in my playlist, Stats and Facts and World Events. And I'm also going to keep putting out political videos and world event videos. People seem to love me when I put out the politics and stuff like that. I always do my research before I put out videos. Okay? All right, leave comments, y'all. I love you. This is the Ravenous Blackbird. Your opinions matter to me because you matter to me. Until the next video, peace be still.